Here are 25 facts and hidden details you probably missed in Netflix Dark. Without wasting any time, let's get started. Dark is the first German series produced by Netflix. Originally, the showrunners Baran Bo Oder and Jansch Fries were asked by Netflix to create a series from their movie Who Am I, released in 2014. Uninterested in adapting their film, they instead pitched a new concept, merging their existing plans for a series inspired by a crime drama and a time travel movie to create Dark. The haunting intro song named Goodbye is by German musician Apparat and is notably featured in various film trailers and TV shows. One of the most noteworthy uses of this music is in the background to a climatic scene in the final episode of Season 4 of Breaking Bad. Approximately 150 shooting days were dedicated to filming the first season. Jonas is another name for Janus, which is the Greek god of portals, doorways, and pathways. He is always looking to the past and the future at the same time. Just as Janus stands as the gatekeeper god, Jonas similarly embodies this role in the show. Boris' last name is Nielwald, which is a clever mash of Nielsen and Kahnwald. Neither the German license plate Win for Winden, nor the German federal state exist in real life. This choice was made to imply that the story could take place literally anywhere. Throughout the series, there are frequent references to the Twix chocolate bar, which, interestingly, was marketed under the name Raider in Germany for a span extending from 1976 to 1991. When Ulrich finds the chocolate bar with the name Raider, it is hinted at that it is from the 1980s. Nearly every indoor scene in Dark showcases some form of a clock, be it a wall clock, wristwatch, or alarm clock. In Season 1, Episode 3, the song young Ulrich is listening to is called Pleasure to Kill by German metal band Kreator. In Season 1, Episode 5, the game that Bartosz and Jonas play is called The Surge by German developer Deck 13. The game was probably a tech demo provided for the show. The text written on the shirt of Mads Nielsen is basically the slogan of the German anti-nuclear movement in the 1980s. This sentiment resonates significantly as nuclear energy and the Winden power plant hold crucial roles throughout the series. Mads' grave marker has an infinity loop on it, since his body was never recovered. A significant number of forest scenes were shot at the Fahrtechnikakademie Kallenchen near Berlin. This location once served as a military testing ground for the German Democratic Republic. The scenes outside of the cave were filmed close to the village of Saarmund in Brandenburg, Germany. Since the geology of this area exclusively features ground moraines, no natural caves exist, and thus an artificial entrance was constructed. This cave was only 30 feet deep. The initials of H.G. Tannhaus, the character that invents time travel in the series, pay homage to H.G. Wells, renowned for his 1895 novel, The Time Machine. The symbol on the cover of H.G. Tannhaus' book is the Penrose triangle, an optical illusion known as an impossible object, conceptualized by psychiatrist Dr. Lionel Penrose and his son, the Nobel laureate mathematician Sir Roger Penrose. Notably, Roger Penrose contributed to one of the multiple interpretations of quantum mechanics, a topic Tannhaus lectures about in Season 3. The design of the nuclear power plant's chimneys mirrors the shape of the Einstein-Rosen bridge, a concept extensively covered in excerpts from H.G. Tannhaus' book, A Journey Through Time. In Episode 1 of Season 2, Noah's book contains a note dated June 27, 2020, as beginning of last cycle, which is also the release date of Season 3. Also in this episode, Stranger Jonas looks at the spot on the floor where Martha will die. As the series progresses, the recurrent triquetra symbol anticipates numerous revelations. In the first and second seasons, it implies a relationship between the three major timelines, 1953, 1986, and 2019. In the final season, it deals with three interrelated separate worlds. In Dark Season 3, whenever a zoomed-in transition takes place, it refers the scene is switching between the two worlds. Also, you can distinguish between the three worlds by noticing the aspect ratio of the scenes. The origin world has the widest aspect ratio. In Season 3, Episode 1, the series makes a reference to the horror film The Shining, directed by Stanley Kubrick, released in 1980. In Martha's world, there is no Jonas. Instead, her boyfriend is a guy named Killian. He was first seen in Season 1 with Martha in the Ariadne play. Jonas and Martha's world serve as mirrored reflections of each other. Therefore, the scar on the lip of the unknown character is on the left when in Martha's world and on the right when he is in Jonas' world. Martha's bloody scratch on her cheek is another standout example of this mirroring. In Martha's world, the cut is on her right cheek, but when she travels to Jonas' world, it's on her left. In Eva's world, the doorway says Erit Lux rather than Sic Mundus Creatus Estate, signifying the name of Eva's organization. The song Urgendwo, played at the conclusion of the third season, was released in 1984. 33 years later, 2017 is the year in which Dark Season 1 was released. That wraps up today's video. Do let us know in the comments which fact stood out the most to you. And as always, thank you for tuning in.